It's that time again. What's up, everybody? This is Dads Lads Kebabs. Hope you enjoy the show. Deuces. Boom. Good evening, good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to another fantastic episode of Dads, Lads, and Kebabs. Good evening, Mickey. Good morning. How are you?
Good evening, afternoon, morning, Niall. How are you? Hope you're good, mate. You're looking fresh. You're looking clean.
Had a haircut. Had a haircut.
Nice. I like it. It's getting a bit long, wasn't it?
Do you know what it was? I left it. Do you know? I left it halfway between payday. And then, because obviously when I go for my hair, I get my hair done, my beard done, and then they do your face. And it's like 50 quid.
Yeah.
It's going to get my hair all done and my beard done. I'm just like, 50 quid. Like, oh, fuck it can wait. So I left it halfway between. So normally I get it done twice a month.
Okay.
But normally I don't have all the treatments and everything. Normally I just go for a second haircut and a beard trim, which is only like 30 quid. So yeah, so I left it halfway between, and it got a bit much. The beard was out here. The hair was just, so this bit just grows, and then this bit, because it's two different levels, this bit just goes, and that bit just goes. So yeah, long overdue, but we've had one now. I mean, you don't have that problem, so you're fine.
I do. If I leave it for 3 days, it starts to grow back, and it's like, go away.
No, but yours don't cost you 50 quid for the privilege.
No, it just costs me a bit of charging power.
A bit of charging power and a razor blade.
And the old eight blade roller thing on my head. Yeah, that's good. I do like watching TikToks though. There's a particular account, some black geezer, and he's got this big hair. It's fucking wicked, and I think like the slogan for the videos is, this man paid £120 to have a haircut. So he goes. It's in London. I can't remember his name. Something barber, and he does all like the haircuts. If you're bald, he does the old cutthroat on your head, and then he puts the oil on. He puts all the towels on, about 15 hot towels, and he does obviously the beard trimming, the nose, and then he puts oils on. He puts like them little gold things that you put under the eyes that are cold.
Yeah.
He puts them on. He puts the stuff on. He gets the little brush. It goes around his face. It's like ASMR. And when I'm sitting there in silence and I'm watching it, and I can hear that, it's like it tingles me. I've never really been into ASMR, but things like that, they chill me out, and it catches my senses, if that makes sense. It's a bit weird.
I get it. I get it. The noises don't for me. The noise, I guess, if you're watching it and you're enjoying it. When people are, like the Amazonian blokes are like dig like the mansions out in the forest
with a little spoon.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like them videos, but now I've started watching ones that like people like bushcraft. So it's like they'll build like a little hut with a fire in it, and they'll build it out of nothing, and they'll just have like an axe and a shovel. I fucking love those. That's like my ASMR, I guess, because they're very quiet, and you only hear them scraping the leaves or like chopping the wood.
Yeah.
So there's no talking in it, and you realise you've been watching it for like 26 minutes, and you're like, you should probably go to bed now. Now I know that this cabin's been finished. You should probably go to bed. I can sleep a little bit easier knowing that cabin's been done.
And if you don't scroll off quick enough, oh no, there's another one starting. I'll have to watch that one.
I have to watch the next video.
And it's 2 a.m. and you're thinking, oh no.
I'm four cabins deep, and I realise I've got no chance of ever doing that. But we are where we are.
It's enjoyable to watch.
I love those videos.
Yeah, it's surprising that you think, if someone would ask you what sort of thing heightens your senses and captures your imagination, and that those sort of things are not ones that would be on the forefront of your lips, I don't think.
No, because you're never really thinking about those videos until you scroll along.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's not like you go to YouTube and go, I really want to watch those videos. They normally just appear when you either watched a video or it just pops up, and it's like, fuck me, okay, 26 minutes of my life later. I hate the one. Do you know the ones on TikTok where it's like part 1, part 1 to part 26, and you realize, and then all of a sudden one of the actual parts or the end part is missing, and you're like, are you joking? I've just watched 25 parts. And then the comments are like, find the original on YouTube. I'm like, I'm not watching the whole thing again.
No. Well, something that annoys me when you get like top 10 songs or top 10 such and such is top 5. They never do number 1. Number 2 is always the last one.
Yeah.
So you bastard. Where's number 1? It's like they don't give you number 1. Never.
Hey, though, do you know those TikToks are designed for the views because they pull you in to get to the end? Because once they get to a certain amount of seconds, they count as views.
It's a minute, isn't it? They get paid after a minute.
So it's like
you get money, yeah.
Oh god, I get sucked into all that shit. So sucked into it. And then the more I'm like, do you know what? You need to put your phone down. You really need to put your phone down and start living in the real world a little bit.
But I did see a TikTok the other day where it says that people were so quick to jump on a dopamine hit. Like any sort of notification on the phone, no matter what they're doing, watching telly, watching film, whatever, they have to pick it up and say, "Oh my god, this might be really amazing and really important." It's not. And the video I was watching, they said, "What you do when you get this notification, pick your phone up, look at it, don't open it, but look at it, count to 10, and put the phone down. Get back in control of your dopamine, because people's dopamine levels are now so bad that you need hits, very, very small hits of it, so when you're doing things long term, it doesn't interest you anymore. Your interests are gone. And I blame TikTok for that. Because I can't watch a video more than 30 seconds if there's not interesting. It's like, come on, let's go right to the end. It's like, well, that's a waste of time. So I tend not to watch as much as I used to. So I'm trying to cut that out because it's annoying. And it's like, wow, we are turning into very strange beings at the moment. And it's not good. We need to get back to reality and just stay into the human atmosphere rather than the digital atmosphere. I think we need to get out of that and fucking get out in the real world and stand in a fucking street for 10 hours and not have a piss. That's what you got to do.
Well, that was your choice, my friend. But I guess what was it? Let's start from the start. Your team, after 24 years, 22 years,
yeah,
22 years of hurt.
Yeah,
22 years have always been this close.
Yep.
Like, do you know what I mean? 22 years of basically pre-cum.
Yeah, and not emptying your sack.
And not busting it up.
Putting it back in and sending it back till next year. Yeah.
22 years, I think in total it was basically like nearly 16 different teams in terms of players that have gone through to get where we are now, get where you are now.
Probably, yeah.
Like 3 different managers. 4? 3? 4.
2. No, we had Wenger. He was there 22 years. Then he left. Oh yeah, 4. Yeah. Then Emery, he was at Villa now. Then we had one of our ex-players was temporary charge for about 2 months.
Never counts. Never counts. But 4.
And then Arteta come in. Yeah, so 4 technically. He's been there 7 years, won FA Cup, but now he's finally won the league. And after coming third for the last 3 years, second the last 3 years, I didn't think he was going to do it, but he did, and I lost £250. But I'm happy. I'm happy to lose £250 winning.
You bet against Arsenal.
I bet Man City to win the league. I bet £35.
How much? So you would have won £250?
£250, yeah, on that £35 bet. So I did that about February, March time, and then that would have been a nice cushioner if we bottled it again. But obviously, I'd rather have lost. I'd rather have lost the £35 and to finally win the league. So yeah,
it's for one of those. So what were the odds for Arsenal to win?
Oh, they were favourites pretty much all season, so the odds weren't very good. So I never bet on Arsenal because the odds are shit, really. So
I know, because it's always so fucking close.
Yeah, I always bet on the odd slip up now and again, and that's what gives me my £8 winnings on a game. I only bet like £1, so it's not too bad.
Staying in control.
I'm in control, yeah.
Staying in control.
£1 draw, £1 win for the away team or the opposition team, and that's it.
Strip it all back. Obviously, as a lifelong diehard Arsenal fan,
yeah,
of 22 years of utter disappointment, how does it feel to be where you are now? As a fan?
I had lots. I've produced loads of videos since we actually won the league. We actually won the league the day after we played our second from last game because Man City drew with Bournemouth and then they couldn't catch us in the final game. So that Tuesday night, we actually won the league without even playing. And there's been so many videos. The fans all went down to the stadium. There's like 300,000 fans just randomly turned up that night. Started at like 9 o'clock on that Tuesday evening once the Man City result came in. I thought, fuck it, I'm going to film this. This is a moment. So I was filming myself and I nearly cried. I didn't. I was happy. I was stressed. I was worried because the game hadn't finished and it was 1-0 to Bournemouth. And then it was like 6 minutes injury time. And I thought, oh my God. And then City scored. And I thought, don't you score again? I'm like, kick the ball away, clear it. And I was fucking jumping up and down in my living room. But then we did it. Yeah. So that was awesome. And then we had the trophy lift on the final game on the following Sunday. So that was good.
It's like a bittersweet moment in it, really, as a fan, because you're a bit like,
oh, I've already won it.
You've waited for it for so long, and then obviously when you're watching the anticipation of a game, it is just it's a lot.
Yeah.
But you are where you are now.
We are where we are, yeah, champions of England. But then that day, when that game was on, I was waiting for the final game to finish, and then they brought the trophy out to celebrate. That actually had an effect on me personally because of an ice cream that I ate, which we'll get to later on in this episode, which caused me a lot of pain and a lot of money. But I could have done with that bet.
You could have done with that 250 quid after all.
Yeah. But yeah, so
I wonder if you can bill Arsenal for it.
I hope so.
But yeah, listen.
The following Saturday, Saturday the 30th, was the Champions League final as well. Second time we've been in that, and it went to penalties, so we nearly won that, but we didn't, unfortunately. But the next day was going to be the parade for the Premier League trophy. So those people that don't know what that is, normally the team comes on an open top bus with a trophy that they've won, cups, leagues, whichever it is. And they were saying that there was going to be 1.5 million people in the streets of North London. And it's like, oh my God. Like, so the plan was to go down there with Mark from West London. And so I got up at 4 a.m. on that Sunday, the 31st of May, got up 4 a.m., headed down to his house near Heathrow, had a quick piss, and then we actually drove to his dad's house, which is around the corner, and put my car on his drive because all around the area it's just like permit parking, and I don't have a permit, obviously. So, and then we walked to the train station, and the original train we were going to get was the 7:21, I think it was, through to King's Cross.
Yeah.
King's Cross. But there was one for 6:54 because obviously we were there at about 6:30, so that was great. I thought we might as well get on that one. So we got tickets for that. We got a zone 1 to 6 ticket, which is like £16. So we don't know where we're going. We might have, obviously coming home, there'll be lots of closures, so we don't know which zone we're going to have to get on to get home and that. So we got on that train, got onto the platform. There's no one there as well. We were taking photos of our scarves and everything. And then the workers started coming out. Said, "Oh, we'll take photos for you." So we were all taking photos with the workers and that. It was brilliant. Then a few more people turned up and we got on the train. And we had to get a connecting train from King's Cross. I think we went to the Bakerloo line that was heading straight to Highbury and Islington. Well, one of the stops, we actually met an Indian man called AB, I think. And we were just sitting, waiting there. And he's like, you guys going to the parade? Obviously, both got our shirts on. So, yeah. He goes, oh, can I go with you? Because I've like flown in from India. He flew in last weekend, like thinking the parade was going to be last week. But obviously, we got to the final of the Champions League. So it was delayed. I thought, oh, okay, then. And as much as it's nice to be nice to people you don't know and help them and they're on their own, etc., inside Michael was dying because it's like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to, not because I'm horrible, but I can't deal with that sort of situation.
It's a lot of
Small
it's a lot
talk.
for you. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I was happy. I knew what was happening with Mark. These sort of things I would never normally do, as you know, in the past when I've been to London. Lewis Capaldi concert, didn't speak for like 2 hours beforehand because I was trying to process how it's all going to work. But this trip was planned, knew what was going to happen pretty much, where we were going to go. And he just like kicked me in the balls really in my head. And I'm like, okay.
Tag along.
So we got onto the train and it was very crammed. And we were like in one of the back parts of the cabin. We were all standing at the door. I was literally bent my head over so that the door could shut. That's how crammed it was. And so we're chatting to this bloke and he's asking us where we're from, if we go to games regularly, blah, blah, blah. And it's like basic small talk, which was great. And then we got off at Highbury and Islington station and we come out and all the barriers have been up for like 2 days, 3 days. And it's quite empty. This is about 7:30, 7:45, about 7:45 this was. I thought, okay, this is good. Not really many people here. If we turn right, we've got Upper Street where we wanted to go because they've got Starbucks, McDonald's. It's a big area. It's not where the main part is. So you're going to have lots of families there and potential to go toilet, etc. So we're like, we're just going to go there. He goes, oh, we should go Holloway Road, which is like the proper famous Arsenal road, and which was just over this section. So it's the opposite direction. It wasn't far though. And so now we're going to go here. It's a bit easier. There's more places to like go toilet and that. And we just sort of walked off. We're going to go McDonald's, and we're just like walking away.
You legged it.
And he's like sort of following us. He goes, boys, I'm going to go this way. Nice to see you. And we're like, yes, thank you. Not because you're horrible. And he was a great bloke, you know, fair play to him. Come over to another country. I couldn't have done that. So he's already better than me in that sense. We went into McDonald's and it was empty. And said, oh my God, literally 10 feet from McDonald's entrance was the barrier that we were going to be staying at. So we had breakfast, went to the toilet, and probably 20 past 8, 7:30, we got to the front of the barrier. And it's like, right, this is it. No more movement, you know. There wasn't really anyone there, to be fair. There was people going in and out of McDonald's and Starbucks, but there was no one at the barriers at this point. About 9 o'clock, it started. A couple of people started turning up. I'm thinking, I could go to the toilet now and get back to my place, but I didn't need to go to the toilet. You know, I'm thinking now is a good time, Michael. If you want a toilet, knock another hour off. You got another hour less to wait, you know, because once I go to the toilet, I'm probably not getting back to where I was at a certain point after a certain time, you know. So I thought, okay, then. So Mark goes live on TikTok, gets about 50,000 people watching him. People kept coming up to him. I'm watching your TikTok. You're outside McDonald's. Oh, my daughter's watching you on TikTok. He told me to say hello. Okay, cheers. And it's like loads of people because he's live from the parade. Obviously, it's not started. It's like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. It's till about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. He was live on TikTok, and he was getting.
Oh man, I hope he had a good power bank on him.
He did have a power bank, yeah. But they said the more people that turn up later on, the signal's going to go, so you can't ring your friends to like if you've lost them. And it's going to be really dangerous.
Crowd, the worst
Sort out your exit plan, where to go, etc. Well, the Highbury station that was just behind us, that was closing. I think that closed at 10 o'clock. So that would be opening again at 8 o'clock. Now the parade started at 2 from the Arsenal Stadium. Now we were on one of the last legs of the route, so hour and a half, 2 hours was what they planned for, obviously, the bus tour. So you're thinking, okay, so about 4 o'clock, we might be able to leave, etc. So we weren't really eating. We had food in our bag, but we didn't really eat. We were having sips of water just to like curb the dryness, but I was okay. I didn't need to go to the toilet, which was good, really. More and more people turned up. All the flares started. Everyone was singing. You're seeing people trying to pick their right spots, jumping over the barriers, security chasing them. It was quite funny in the end. And then the time went really quick. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, all to 1 o'clock. And it's like, okay. And there's a woman behind me. She was like, right, they left late at 2:15. I'm thinking, at this point, yeah, I've been stood there since 8:20 at this barrier, which is about belly button height. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, can't really move. My legs are a bit sore, trying to stretch my calves out, trying to stretch my back out, the arms, etc. Thinking, oh, and it's like, oh, fuck's sake. And there's this bloke turned up stood next to me. And when you have your barrier, yeah, you have your little section and the next section and next section. Well, I've got the bit of barrier rail in front of me, and he's putting his arm over to my bit. And I'm like,
he's touched your barrier?
He's in my section of my barrier.
He's touching your barrier.
And I'm like, I said to Mark, what the fuck's his problem? And so I kept nudging him, sort of thing. And in the end, because I had my vlogging camera as well, and I was filming all the people singing and stuff, it was really good. All the smoke, it's really good atmosphere. He turns around and says to me, where are you filming that for? I said, oh, it's going on YouTube. He goes, oh, what's your channel? Because I'm probably going to be in that. And there's this lad, he must have been about 25, from Thailand, yeah? And so I said, give me your phone. So I put it in for him, subscribed to me. I said, it'll be on there. He goes, oh. I said, where are you from? He goes, Thailand. He goes, I flew in last night. I'm like, oh, wow. He goes, I'm flying out back to Thailand tonight after this. I'm like, wow, I said, fair play. It's like, fucking hell, there's people all over the world coming. And I'm like, wow. And he started getting into it. And it's weird. He knows all the songs. And it's like, wow, you're in Thailand. But fair enough. They probably watch more games than we do because they don't have the rules of the 3 p.m. on a Saturday. You can't watch the games, blah, blah, that we have in this country. And yeah, it was like, oh, the police started turning up about 3:15. And we're thinking, okay, they must be close. At this point, my back is fucking killing me. I sort of need a piss. Not really, though. So I'm okay.
You've forgotten about it at this point.
Yeah, you have your little squeeze just to see if you need it, how full you are.
Never squeeze.
I was about
squeeze.
I was about 65% at like
the moment you squeeze, that's it. You've opened up the floodgates.
Yeah. And then I heard the policeman saying to someone else, saying, "Oh, they won't be long." And we're thinking 3:30. They got there at 4:45, I should say. Sorry. And all you could see was like this fucking red smoke and all these sirens coming through. And then you have people in orange jackets, and then 50 people in orange jackets, obviously with security. And then you had the police coming through. Then you had a music van type thing that was playing all this music. And then you had there was 4 buses. The first one had all the players on with a Premier League trophy at the front. And literally we were 10 feet from that. So we had a great spot. And yeah, so that went through 9 seconds. We saw the bus full and it was gone. 9 seconds. Just let that sink in. Stood there for 10 hours, 8 hours, 9 seconds.
You did a full shift at work.
I know. And then obviously the next bus was the women's team that also went in the Premier League, then the staff, and then some like other representatives, etc. And the Gunnosaurus mascot bloke at the end. And then you're thinking, okay, then there was like 100 police behind walking. And so why is there all that police there? So okay then. And then you suddenly saw Arsenal fans, like the whole fucking street full of them. And then suddenly mass hysteria. Yeah. Everyone's jumping the barriers all around us. And this is all going, this is kicking off. People are jumping, people are pushing. It's like, oh my God. It's like, we want to go that way. Everyone's going that way towards the road and following the buses. I thought that's brilliant. So we're like moving backwards and everyone's jumping, pushing barriers open. Old people, young people, kids. you know, all different races, and they're all jumping over and running down to go with their phones and that. It's fucking brilliant. I got this on camera, by the way, of all the smoke, the red smoke. It looked fucking epic. And then we tried to head down to Angel Station, which was the only one that we knew of in the area that was open, and it was about 30-minute walk that way where the bus had just come from. But there were signs everywhere. But it was like you still couldn't move. At this point, I could have gone to the toilet, but we would have been there for like an hour trying to get out of Starbucks or McDonald's. So if we'll carry on, fuck it. There's bound to be toilets at the train station. Anyway, after half an hour, we got to the Angel Station, probably about 50 feet from the entrance. And now they've only opened one entrance. At first, we thought it was shut because we'd heard people whispers as we were walking, oh, train station's shut. So how the fuck are we getting home? I ain't waiting until 8 o'clock, you know, to leave London. It's like 4 hours time. And yeah, the police were at the entrance. It was probably about, I don't know, 8 foot wide, bottlenecking basically. Everyone was coming in from both sides because there's only one entrance that was open to the station.
Because they don't want the platforms to be absolutely chaos. Because what happens is
exactly
when everyone piles onto the platform, people start pushing at the front of the platform. Because obviously those platforms are only so big. So once you get down there, right, everyone starts moving forward, and that platform fills up very quickly and become very dangerous.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we got there, got to the front bit, and the police started shouting at us, "Stop pushing! You'll get through!" And I said, "Okay." So we just walked in, and yeah, we got down. The thing with this station, though, is only Northern Line. We didn't want this. We wanted Elizabeth Line.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
So we could get to the Heathrow side. I thought, fuck it, we'll get on it. It's the only train line going, so we'll get on and see where we can get to. So we got on the platform, downstairs onto the platform. Not really that many people there. Probably about 100 people. It wasn't packed. Obviously, like you say, the police are only letting so many people in. And we're thinking, this train that turns up in 2 minutes, this is going to be fucking rammed. Well, anyway, let's just say last time I was bent over with the door shut. This time I was near enough out of the door, getting on. There was like one little bit left, and me and Mark just ran onto it and was sort of like squeezed through, and we were like stuck in the door.
It's horrible.
And it's like, yeah,
horrible.
we get on there. That was about probably 2 or 3 stops, and we got off. I can't remember where we got off now. But
and that when that tube starts going, and it's like,
it's fucking sweaty and hot and awful. So everyone's holding on like this onto the top, swinging, and it's like, oh, that fucking stinks.
The moment you get down there, it's a different level of breathing. It's like
it's not normal breathing.
It's a different level of breathing. You get on, and you are counting the stops to when, like, you get, especially where you got on, you're like 4 or 5 stops, if not more.
Yeah, that's before we could get off to see where we actually wanted to go.
Because you needed the Elizabeth line, didn't you?
Yeah, so we got off probably Oxford Circus, something like that. I think we went to.
So it got worse for you.
And then, but the train we got on, we got a Reading train because there was 4 trains that were due within like 5 minutes. Only one of them was going to West Drayton, where we needed to go to. The other ones went past it but didn't stop. And this was a Reading train, but we got on it in like 3 minutes time after arriving there. Still haven't been a piss, by the way. Still looking for a toilet. No toilet. This is about 5 o'clock at this point. And yeah, we got on the train. The train doors opened and it was aircon. So, oh, wow, this is nice. Instead of sitting down, we just stood in like the middle bits. It's like, oh, this is so much better. You get a breeze from the top of the train as well.
And
the aircon. Yeah, it was nice. But there was, I think we had 8 stops to West Drayton. I thought, after about 4 stops, I'm thinking, oh, I need a piss now. This is like 9. This is nearly 10 hours of no pissing and lots of movement and waiting around, and the body is waiting to burst. And I'm thinking, oh wow. I said to Mark, once we get out of this train station, I'm going in that corner because I thought there was like bushes up there. I'm just going to piss in the bush. Got around the corner. Okay.
What's that? Well, I think my team just knocked on my door.
Oh, he's got my parcel. So guys, you can watch this video on Mickey York Ghost Hunter YouTube channel. It's about 20 minutes long. The video, it's the whole vlog of the whole day. So start to finish, 4 a.m. to 9 p.m. If you're interested, check me out on TikTok. All the videos are from there as well. Is he back? Is that me making noises? It maybe is. Hello? Is it me you're looking for? There he is.
Fucking Amazon delivery on a Sunday night.
What did you order?
It was not even mine. None of them are mine.
Oh, that's a bit shit, isn't it?
9:15. Piss.
Yeah. But anyway, so when we get off, I can't go to toilet because there's cameras behind the train station. I'm thinking, my God, all the pubs are shut around there because it's not the best of areas. And Mark goes, "Oh, I want to go in the shop and get some drinks because we were fucking dying of thirst. It was like
I'm
crazy."
talking about fluid. Stop.
And it's like, no. But then again, I fucking desperate. I was sick of drinking shitty water, like warm water. I wanted something fizzy, something to ignite the insides of my body. And it's like, okay, I bought 3 cans. I bought a Monster, fucking Red Bull, and a can of Coke or something like that. I thought, I'm going to drink this on the way home. Anyway, then we got to his dad's house, and I could use the toilet. And I'm like, oh, the pleasure in that is.
Isn't it weird when you
so
need the
nice.
toilet that bad? You start envisioning.
It hurts.
Anything.
Well.
I'll piss anywhere.
Yes.
Anything. Just give me something. And even when you're looking in public, because like, look, pissing in public's not is you shouldn't really do it. But
No.
when you are fucking desperate, right, and you think I just need a secluded corner, right, 2 vans parked together, something, just so I can piss. And it's never there. I told you, we've had the conversation about me needing to piss in the traffic in the tip before.
Yeah.
Oh my God. 2 hours. Listen, for those who didn't listen, 2 hours in the tip. 2 hours, no, hour queuing. And once I got in that queue, I couldn't get out. This was after COVID, so you had to book to go to the tip and drop your rubbish off. I was in this queue for an hour. I needed to piss that bad. Lucozade bottle. Literally whipped it out into a Lucozade bottle. Promise I filled it. So and then I had to hold it, empty some of it out the door, and then carry on.
Do you know what? Do you know what I was doing though? Before obviously we went on this day out, I was thinking once we're at that barrier, we're going to get there early. We can't leave probably. So I was looking at tenner for men pants, to wear it under my trousers or whatever, shorts. I was looking at things I could piss in. You can get these extendable, rigid things that extend out, and they're like, what's that word? Constantine or quarantine or whatever it is, and they go back up and go,
yeah.
But I was at the front of the barrier. I can't piss nowhere because you got police right in front of me.
It would have been good. If you had like a little tap out the bottom of your, like out the bottom of your trousers.
Just See, Mark had black trousers on. And he was like, I don't care. I can piss. Like, he's got black trousers. You're not going to see it. And I thought, okay. Technically,
the problem is thinking, you're pissing for a long. It's not a quick piss.
I was thinking, shall I piss through my black shorts? I thought that's going to go down my leg there and set in it in the sunshine. Yeah, it was fucking hot. Also, it was roasting hot that day as well. It was about 24 in direct sunlight with no shade. My arms were actually burning. Mark's arm went red while he was holding his phone. He had a big red line. He had a TikTok line. So yeah, and when we got back to his house, got my car and that, and I said to him, I said, great day, but it wasn't worth the 9 seconds. So next, if we win it again, I'll watch it on Sky, because apparently it was live on Sky News all fucking afternoon.
Oh, yeah, it was. It was on TV everywhere.
Loads of people were telling me, oh, we're watching it on telly. It's like, fuck's sake. And I was thinking, yeah, it's not worth it. But since leaving that and seeing everybody's videos, all different creators on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, everywhere, and it's like the community, there's just so many fucking videos. It's like, oh, wow, I was in that bit. Oh, I was stood next to that. And it's like, maybe it was worth it because I was there.
Mm-hmm.
1.5 million people, the biggest ever like public parade gathering of football fans in the world. And it's like, I was at that.
Exactly.
Something that I would never do. Miki does not do that. I did not. But I had to. Like you said the other week, you
might not do it again. You might not. You've literally just admitted if they win again, I'm not going again.
Plus,
you've done it now after a long period of time. Do you know what I mean?
Year won't be the same if we win it again next year.
No, because it'll be like
we won it last year.
We're back on form. Yeah,
yeah. And it's like, oh fuck. So yes, it was worth it. Anyone that wants to do it in the future, do it. It's going to be struggle. It's difficult. Like I said, the amount of people. There was people climbing up on Starbucks. Yeah, they were holding on to the Starbucks writing, climbing up. People on the top, pulling them up. Someone fell off. Ambulance had to come over, and it's like so many people were fainting, and you would see them coming through behind the barriers and that. And they were sweating like they were either pissed out their face, which they probably were. A lot of people walking around bottles of fucking vodka, big bottles of vodka and cups, and just fucking drinking all day. It's like you're gonna piss.
Dehydrate. They're pissing anywhere that you don't even give it. They don't give a shit. They're whipping it up against the shop window, mate,
or against someone with a bag. They can't feel it.
You know
that's in front of them.
You know,
mate. So
it is such a thing to like. It's such a big achievement for Arsenal, but obviously, I think for yourself, it's such like a big event to go to that, like you said, you might. The only thing I think I can compare it to was when. So I got tickets because of like I was working with someone at the time that we were doing work for the Olympic Stadium.
Yeah.
And it was something to do with like rigging for cameras and shit. And I think we just supplied all the rigging stuff. Anyway, we got tickets to the opening ceremony.
Ooh, what 2012?
Yeah, Olympic Games. And I just thought, and I'm in an hour and I was thinking, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about the Olympics. I really don't.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Everyone's like, you don't realize that the Olympics opening ceremony is like one of the biggest. You know, it's a big sporting event that you can go to.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't happen very often in your own country where you could go and see it. So I did. I went and I fucking loved it. It was the best thing I fucking ever did. We were miles up, but I was like, I'm here. I'm at this Olympic ceremony, right? It was fucking mental. You got like fucking James Bond jumping in, Daniel Craig jumping on a parachute, and fucking all sorts of people like Dizzy Rascal, and it was all sorts. And it was just there was all sorts going on. I just thought, you know what? I'm glad I did it. But normally I'd say I'm not asked. When was the last time you went to an Arsenal game?
Oh, it's got to be about 10 years now. So
for me,
difficult to get tickets.
The roar of any football crowd, I love that. I love I love a big game.
Well, see, the thing that I wanted to do, because when the Prime documentary they did on Arsenal a few years ago, that's one of the reasons I joined Prime, so I could watch that. Well, they introduced the song North London Forever, which they sing at the beginning of every game, and the whole stadium sings it. And it's like, so local lad that lived on the streets of N5, which is around the Arsenal Stadium.
Oh, what's his name?
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I know his name because he sings quite a few famous.
Yeah, he's like proper little Cockney geezer.
Yeah, I know he is. Yeah.
Anyway, when you see the games on telly, like when I'm watching them on Sky and that, like the whole stadium sings it, and I wanted to experience that. And Mark's been to a few games recently. Somehow he managed to get a ticket from someone, and he goes, "Oh, it's amazing." So I was waiting because there was where we were, the shops behind there was houses, and the people were playing music out the window. So they kept playing North London Forever, and I'm thinking, yeah, this is good. And I was singing along, but at the time there wasn't that many people there. But when it was like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and it's still playing like every 20 odd minutes, whatever. And then you think, fucking hell, there must have been 2,000 or 3,000 people around me at that point where we were. And it's like, oh my God, like that. I would like the goosebumps, like you try and sing and your emotions take over. You get a lump in your throat, you can't sing, It's like, oh my God, this is fucking amazing. So that really pleased me, and I achieved that, and I was really happy.
You should be, because like you said, there was a lot of prep work that went into that mentally for you to go and do that.
it was something that I was leading up to it, because Mark sent me a message when we won the league, goes, "Do you want to go parade?" And I'm like, I was actually thinking of going on my own. I didn't really think why wouldn't Mark want to go? He lives fucking not far from it. Yeah. And I thought, okay. And so we organised everything. And I was thinking a few days before the Sunday, I was thinking, I'm going to get out of this. I'm not going. As I do, as Lewis Dunford is the singer.
Yes.
Lewis Dunford, yeah. So how Miki always talks himself out of things that he wants to do, but hasn't really got the minerals to do it in the end when it push comes to shove. And yeah, I was thinking, yeah, I'm going to tomorrow, something's going to come up. And then my tooth come up, obviously, thinking that's a great excuse, So yeah, going back to that, watching the title lift on that Sunday, I had an ice cream, and I've had a chipped tooth. We've probably spoke about this a few times on the show. Chipped tooth for 3 years on a turkey and cranberry sandwich at Salsey Forest, probably 2023, I would say it was December time. And it's a bit spongy, and I think that's a bit weird, like taking lots of painkillers only eat on this side so it doesn't affect that side. And I had an ice cream, and when you eat ice cream with something cold or hot, and it's like your gums and your teeth throb a bit. Not in pain, but they throb, and it's like, fucking hell, you've ate something. It's like, oh, that's a bit cold. So I brushed my teeth, yeah, and I thought, okay, that'll be all right.
I can feel it now. I'm sorry,
but the top and the bottom was still hurting. I'm thinking, okay, it's a bit weird. So obviously that night I went to bed. I thought, okay, fair enough. I had I booked the Monday off because I thought, yeah, I went to bed because I thought, I don't know what time I'm getting back from parade. I thought I booked Monday off. So I thought, okay, cool. Monday, still a bit painful. Started taking painkillers, and then the Monday night, obviously going back to work Tuesday, and I'm thinking, I think I woke up at 3:00 in the morning. I'm thinking, oh, that fucking hurts. That hurts, the top and the bottom of just under the tooth, because I got 2 chipped teeth, top and the bottom one. And I thought, oh, there's probably an abscess or an infection in there. And I'm thinking, oh, because you said about that, I think December time when you said go to your dentist. Well, I tried that and I couldn't get in. So there I am at work on my break thinking, oh, I'm taking like 6 ibuprofen at a time. So fucking... Yeah, no, 3 at a time. 3 at a time, all day long, yeah? So 600 milligrams at a time. I think it's not touching the pain. It's not touching it. And I'm thinking, fucking hell, I'm just going to go on a local fucking dentist where I am. I need a dentist. I don't give a fuck. Let's have a look. Can't book NHS. Fuck it, I book private. How much is private? So I had a mouth examination for £94, yeah? Which is just next to Swansgate Shopping Centre in Wellingborough. I thought, perfect, park there, walk across the road, job done. So I managed to book it. So this is Tuesday morning, Tuesday lunchtime. I booked it for Wednesday morning, so the next morning at 11:00. So sorted out at work, said, look, I'm fucking dying here. I need to go. We weren't busy, didn't have a funeral, so perfect. So managed to drug myself up so bad. I didn't even eat. I didn't eat from Tuesday morning until Wednesday evening. Just didn't feel like it. I had no food whatsoever. Just coffee. I was making coffee. I was letting it go stone cold and then drinking it because I wanted the caffeine. Couldn't drink Red Bull. Couldn't drink Monster. Couldn't drink anything fizzy because it was hurting. Water after the coffee. Just water was all I was drinking as well. So I go into the dentist, sit down. I'm thinking, dentists don't bother me. Well, they didn't 25 years ago, the last time I went. So I'm thinking, I'm a bit nervous because, it's been a while. And then my dentist calls me into his room, and I go in there and said, look, yeah, don't judge me. I said, but I haven't been here to a dentist for 25 years. He goes, oh, okay. I said, I'm in pain up here and up here. I want you to help me. It goes, okay, mate, sit down. So I think he was like Cypriot or something. It was really nice. So he was having a look in there. He was checking all of them, reading out the numbers like they do, what's missing, what's whatever, and that. And he goes, oh, we'll take some X-rays. Did X-rays on this side, the good side, where the hole is, and then he did 3 X-rays on this side where the pain is.
Put that thing in your mouth, don't they? Which hurts even more.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he took X-rays, and then he got me out of the seat and took me to his computer and showed me like this side where the tooth was out like 25 years ago. It's instead of growing down, it's growing across. So obviously, your gums don't like gaps. The teeth grow into them. He said, but your bone is brilliant that side, top and bottom, perfect, no issues. This side, he goes, there's a cavity at the top. I said, yeah, something spongy in there. He goes, yeah, that's your gum. It again doesn't like gaps. It grew over the cavity hole in your tooth, and that's why whenever something touches that bit of gum, the tooth underneath, the sharp bit that's chipped, where the cavity is, goes right into the nerve and hits it. And I'm like, so what about the bottom? Because that hurts and all. He goes, sometimes the pain comes from somewhere else, so it will go back and forth. And I'm like, oh, okay. He goes, so you'll need to get that filled at the top. And he goes, we'll have to cut the gum away because the gum has grown over your tooth. And he goes, there'll be lots of blood. I'm like, I didn't care. I said, just fill it.
Yeah.
He goes, right. So yeah, all good. He goes, book an appointment and we'll get it filled for you. No problem. He goes, you can either have a white one for £185 or you can have a silver one for 120. I said, I'll have the silver one. He goes, the silver one, if it goes wrong, like over years or something, you can't adapt it or change it. You have to take the whole thing out and put a new one in. Whereas the white one, you can change, take bits off, add bits to it, etc. It's weird, but I said, no, fine. You know,
so you got the metal. You got the metal one.
I got the silver one, yeah. So
you got looks like a proper silver tooth.
Yeah. So basically,
so me and you are like both 50 cent together.
We got 50 cent, yeah. So I went out to the reception and said, look, I need to book a fill-in, blah blah blah. And she goes, oh, I've got tomorrow. So it's the Thursday then. Tomorrow at 3:45. I finish at 3:30. Perfect. So I couldn't ask for anything better, you know. I said, I'll have that. So I had to pay £120 then because it's all private. So I paid that. So it was £214 altogether, but I was willing to pay more.
Yes, you will. Yeah, you will. You'll max out a credit card for dental pain.
So in my head, I was like, I've got my end game here because I know when this is going to be fixed. So what I can do, I can max out on painkillers. At this point, I'm on Couprofen, ibuprofen, which is 400 milligrams a time, and I'm having 3 of these every 4 hours. If I only allowed 3 a day, I was having 12 a day. I didn't give a fuck.
You know what you didn't have, though, don't you?
It was getting me sleep. What?
Pain. Why don't you have codeine?
Oh yeah, I'm going to go to the shop and buy codeine.
You can do. You buy it.
You can't.
Yes, you can.
You can't buy. I fucking love codeine. It makes me go sleep.
Mate, you can go and buy codeine at the Boots.
Can you?
Yes.
Don't tell the drug addicts that.
Mate, it's common. It's the red and yellow box behind the counter.
Oh, is it? Fuck's
That's the red codeine sulfate, whatever it is. Yeah, you can buy codeine and paracetamol, or codeine and ibuprofen mixed together.
I didn't know that.
Codeine.
Oh well. Anyway, I was drugging myself up, and I managed to sleep that bit that night. Okay. And I didn't eat that morning, and then obviously when the time came, I finished work, parked across the road. And I'm thinking, yeah, it's good. Everyone kept saying to me, oh, you worried, you're nervous. I said, no. I said,
I'm in pain. Get it fucking gone.
In my head, I know what I have to do this, so it doesn't bother me. But when he was doing the exam, he was like moving my face, sticking things in. But the worst thing was going back the day before, he was spraying this bit of like cotton wool with some ice stuff, sticking it to see where it hurt on my tooth. And when he did the top bit and where the gum was on the cavity, I was thinking, I said, yes, that one.
It stuns you, doesn't it? It full on makes your body just like go.
I felt that for about 6 hours after that. Anyway, I'm at the dentist. He calls me in. I said, I'm back. And then within 2 minutes, he had his hand in my mouth with a fucking 20-inch needle.
Gun thing.
Sticking it in there. And I'm like, and then within about 10 seconds, he was already drilling. And I'm like, he said, is it numb? I said, I don't know. I said, I can feel it with my tongue, but I don't know. He goes, we'll find out. So he's fucking.
Isn't it weird how your mouth magnifies the hole, though? Because you're like, Fucking hell, what's he doing? How many teeth did he get out there?
Yeah, and he was drilling fucking about 15 minutes solid drilling and scraping, and I didn't suction. I didn't taste any blood. I didn't feel any blood. I thought he was going to cut it with a knife. He just used the drill and cut the fucking gum out of the way, I presume. And then when he'd done that, when when the woman was getting the stuff ready, mixing the filling ready on the little machine they do, I stuck my tongue in the hole. I said, "Wow, what a hole!" Like in Home Alone. It's all funny.
What a
Like,
hole.
wow, what a hole. I said, "That's deep." He goes, "Yeah, it's very deep." He said, "You might need a root canal or a crown in future." And I'm thinking about it. I thought, okay, then don't know what that is, but fair enough. Just fill it. And then he was packing the fuck out of my hole, yeah. And at one point, he lifted my fucking mouth up. I went, oh, because I felt it go through. The pain went through as he was packing. He said he's put some medicine inside it first, and then put the filling in, obviously, because it's fucked inside. Very deeply fucked for 3 years. So yeah, he packed that, and then he kept filing it down because he kept saying bite down to see if is it too high, because if it's too high, it's going to catch absolutely every single time I bite down, and it's going to send pain up. So he filed it down 3 times. I said, yeah, that's probably okay. And then it was it. And I left, and that was a Thursday, and I'm like, oh, it still hurt a little bit. Wasn't really that bad. And then the next evening, so Friday evening, I went out to the local pub and had a Coke, but they put ice in it. And at the time, I was fine drinking it. Yeah, I didn't sleep until 4 a.m. that night because the pain of that ice went through me after I'd left the pub. I only had one little drink, one little Coke, straight through, and I'm like, oh. I was again taking shitloads of painkillers. I'm thinking, fucking hell. I thought, this is my excuse not to go to the parade. This is it. Mark was saying, how's your tooth? I said, fucking painful. I said, I ain't sleeping, mate. And in my head, I'm like, there you go. But then Saturday evening, it didn't hurt. But I was trying to eat, yeah, with this side, because he said eat this side. But the filling was a bit high. So I kept catching it when I was trying to chew. So I was chewing with my front teeth, because I thought, oh, this is fucked. And then I was thinking, right, I'm off Monday. I'm going to ring on Monday and come down and say, look, it's still too high. I'm catching it when I try and bite, and it's sending pain up. But then something happened Sunday, and it didn't. And I can eat on that side, and I can eat this. I mean, it's been a week, over a week. Yeah, I was on Saturday. I was checking ChatGPT, all the different scenarios. It was asking me why is it. It was worried that it was 6 hours after drinking, like having ice near it, because it shouldn't be that long. And they say, I'm worried about this, but it doesn't hurt when you brush your teeth. So that's a good sign, because I could brush my teeth properly again. First time in 3 years. I'm like, wow. So bit mixed emotions, really. But yeah, conquered 2 things: crowded place and dentist. But dentists didn't really bother me. I just didn't want to go.
But yeah, but I was the same. However, now don't leave it, because with my dentist, get yourself, if you can, find an NHS dentist.
Yeah.
I know I've sent you one. I don't know if they have places when I recommend.
No, they haven't. I checked everywhere, Northampton, Wellingborough, everywhere. I'm
Okay.
on a few waiting lists.
So go back to the dentist in like 6 months just for that checkup.
Yeah, he said to me, I'll see you in 6 months. And I thought, yeah, you want me back? I'm private. I'm not fucking NHS. But I will go back because of the issues I had this time. I want to make sure.
Don't like me now. Since you had your thing done, my part of my filling from the side where I've been brushing, because I got like a electric toothbrush, where I've been brushing, I feel like it's like worn away some of the filling, the actual filling, because I've got a filling.
Yeah.
Like I've got a metal tooth, and I've got the filling. Some of it's worn away, so I've got to go back and have it sorted out. It's just not a problem. But I've got a text message saying you're overdue your follow up, and every time I get that message now, I'm like, shit, get it booked in, because you don't lose your place. Get it booked in. It's 25 quid. Stop being a little bitch. You literally work across the road, right? Just go the morning you go to work this week, and I'll go and get it done. Blah blah blah. Job done.
Follow your own advice that you told me. I eventually did it.
I will never ever.
Later.
I have a credit card. I have a credit card just for the dentist. I don't use it. It sits there. It's a fucking Capital One credit card in my
Well, I
wallet.
borrow it. I had to use
Mate,
mine for that.
it's got a 500 quid limit. I never fucking use it, other than anything that goes wrong for teeth. I know at some point it might go up to 500 quid.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'll max the thing out to pay for dental care, and I'll take the year paying it off. I don't give a shit. All right. I will. Yeah. Always have a backup card for dental.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Always.
And also another thing, when he was filling it, he put a metal bracket in my mouth that held my mouth open like that to the
Yeah.
side, and he had a little screw thing, a metal thing that obviously had to rebuild my tooth, half of my tooth. So he had the shape of the tooth that was there, and then when he finished it, he was like unscrewing it, and he was trying to wiggle the fucking plate off, and I couldn't get off my tooth, and I'm like, fuck's sake. And he was sticking things in it to try and wedge it off my teeth because he packed it that tight because it was that big, and it's like, wow. But yeah, very happy I've done it. I've learnt my lesson. Anyone listening, just go to the dentist. If you're scared, I understand that. I wasn't scared. I was scared of going to an appointment, not for the actual dentist, because I don't
was
like
always scared
the
of just
hassle,
being judged.
the hassle of doing something. I don't want to do that. If I've got a problem with my car, fuck's sake, I've got to ring them. I've got to sort that out. I don't like having hassle of doing things. I'm happy to plod along in my little life. Anything that disrupts it, it really fucking does my nut in. So I wasn't scared to go dentist. I was scared to book a dentist and have the hassle of trying to sort one. That was the issue for me. But I'm sure not everyone is as weird as me. So
I was always scared of like just going, because just sitting there made me feel nervous, and like I don't like the fact of like the pain itself of dental pain. I can't compare when it's at its peak.
that was a killer. I've never had that in my life.
When dental pain is at its peak, you are like, I will do anything right now to get out of this pain. I will literally do anything.
Yeah, it was. Like
I used to Google just what people would do to get out of dental pain. People would be like, I'd crush up paracetamol and I'd literally stick it in the area. I'd stick it like in the cavity, or like people order temporary filling kits. You can buy temporary
I've
filling.
seen them. Yeah, I've got this stuff here. Yeah, that I put in on day 2 before I went to the dentist, and it's supposed to be.
Is it Oragel?
Oragel, yeah. You put it. It
The
takes
red
away
one.
tooth pain.
For, about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You're
This
using
stuff.
it. Yeah,
Oragel,
using it constantly.
yeah. So I put it on the bottom one, which technically didn't have the cavity. And it fucking hurt. It hurt more. So I didn't even put it on the top.
It's clove, isn't it? It's clove. It numbs it. It's just clove oil.
Benzocaine, 10%.
Benzocaine, yeah, benzocaine. That's it.
It's supposed to be fucking takes all pain away. Because I've had this for like 6 months now. Never used it till this week. I'm never going to use it again because it fucking hurt worse. So I don't know what the fuck that was. I might as well just put Bonjela on it. Probably work better. So yeah, that is.
You would do anything. Fucking hell, you'd do anything to get out of pain.
So that's been my week.
You've had quite a a mountain, like a double mountain of a week, really, haven't you? Because Arsenal won.
Yeah.
Then it went straight downhill with the dental pain.
Yeah.
Then uphill because you went to the parade. Then downhill because you went to the dentist. Then back uphill. Now you're out of pain.
Yeah, and I've just come back from a mountain because I've just come back from a holiday. So we'll talk about that next week, guys.
That's on the next week's episode. Well, Thank you very much for your insight on your journey. Do you know, it's nice just to listen for once.
My throat hurts because it's normally you talk all the time. And
I've just listened tonight, which has been lovely.
These Miki episodes are very sore on the old throat.
Sore on the old throat.
It's nice. Awesome. Nice. Thank you.
Guys, on that note, thank you for joining us on, let's say, Mickey's episode of Dads, Lads and Kebabs. And we will see you again bright and early next week. Good morning, good afternoon, boys and girls. Goodbye. Good night. Fuck off. Deuces.
They got that wrong.